It's the moment you guys have all been waiting for. I'm finally going to install my transmission into my clapped out Drift 350Z. I blew the clutch, wearing a full set of nails, heels, and a bikini. Let's get this transmission underneath there. We have this ratchet strap here that we're going to be using to strap the transmission to the jack. Our first step is to take out the clutch alignment tool, which is up here. Now we got our transmission on a trans jack and it's strapped up. Once the transmission is strapped, you want to start pushing it into place and jacking it up. Once you start jacking the transmission up, you're going to see that you're going to have to level it out a little bit. So I start leaning it towards the back. I keep jacking up the transmission carefully, checking to make sure that the input shaft does not touch the motor. Once the transmission is high enough, I start pushing it forward. A little bit of puzzle piecing it. Stressing me out a little bit. Trying to make sure. You want the input shaft to directly line up into the splines on the motor. Okay. Now, let's try. Once everything is lined up and seated, you're going to have to wiggle it really hard to get it to sit in. Me just wiggling it in. It can be a challenge to line everything up correctly, but you just got to be patient. Let's go back up. Transmission is in. Now we're going to put the bolts in. All right, so now that we have the transmission jacked up and the input shaft lined up, we are going to put our transmission bolts in. These are 17mm. Once we have our main transmission bolts in, you can move on to the trans mount, which is 214mm. Sturdy platform. So next we have our second part of this trans mount with our bolt. It's a big ass bolt. Long bolt. Just stick that in there. Last step is to literally put the pressure off. Alright, so now our transmission is finally in. Oh my gosh.